chapter 12. Christ reproached the scribes and Pharisees because they took the keys to the kingdom of heaven, but neither entered themselves nor permitted others to. The learned scribes of today do the same thing. They have taken the keys, not to the kingdom of heaven, but to enlightenment, but neither enter themselves nor allow others to. Using any manner of deceit and hypnotic power, the priests and clergy have instilled in people the idea that Christianity is not a religion proclaiming the equality of all men, and therefore destructive to the whole of today's pagan structure of life, but that on the contrary, it supports this structure and instructs us to differentiate between people, as we would differentiate between one star and another. It bids us to acknowledge that all power is derived from God and to obey it absolutely. It suggests to the oppressed that in general terms their position is ordained by God and they should bear it meekly and humbly and submit to the oppressors. These oppressors need not be meek and humble, but as emperors, kings, popes, bishops and secular and spiritual authorities of any kind, they must correct others by teaching and punishing them whilst themselves living in splendour and luxury, the provision of which is an obligation of those they subject. Thanks to this false teaching, which they wholeheartedly support, the ruling classes govern the people, forcing them to provide for the luxuries, vanities and vices of the rulers. Moreover, the scientists, being the only ones who have freed themselves from this hypnotic influence, and who alone can deliver the people from their yoke, and who say they wish to do so rather than actually doing something to accomplish the same, do the very opposite, imagining that they thereby serve the people. It would seem that from even the most cursory observation of what it is that most troubles the rulers, these men should realize what it is that really motivates, and what it is that really holds the people down in certain positions, and they should direct all their energies at that motivating force. Not only do they fail to do this, but they consider such a thing quite useless.